Konnichiwa minasan, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking in. Today I'm just going to talk about the Zero Gravity Judge. There's no Gundam inside because for those of you who don't know, it's actually a third-party kit from China, and I'm actually very fortunate to actually get a commission job out of this because the kit ain't cheap. So I'm just going to break it down to 3 things in terms of what I think about this kit. It's really up to you whether you want to buy it at the end of the video. So the first thing that I look forward to a kit is the build process. I'll go into detail a little bit more on that. And then in terms of articulation, very important. Articulation is one of the key factors personally for me. And just the last bit is the total package, you know, from the box to the additional stuff you're gonna get. So yeah, let's go into it. Let's talk about the build process. I personally think building this kit requires a lot of time because this kit has about 700 over parts or pieces. It is so detailed that every part, from the big parts to the small parts, is just a ridiculous number of parts inside here, which is a good thing for those who really like the details in building a model kit like this. I'll go on to the plastic. If I were to compare the plastic with the Daban, the E-model, even the Dragon Momoko, this kit is a breeze, I would say. It's easy because when you paint kits like this, fitting is very important, and the fitting for this is just it's close enough to a Bandai kit because they actually give allowance in terms of the paint that you use. So like for me, when I'm doing metallic airbrushing for this kit, it takes about 4 to 5 layers of me doing this. So and normally if I were to do a Daban one, the fitting is really tight. You get bruise on your fingertips and your hands as well. So this build was such a breeze, and I'm really happy they actually upped their game for this. Now in terms of the pieces, you can see it's so detailed that even you don't really need to scribe or do anything in terms of separation of color. So for this kit specifically, I did not do any scribing at all. Hence that's why it's so detailed. Most of the parts, especially the thrusters, has about 3 to 4 pieces that will give you a lot of separation, a lot of detail on when you are painting it. Fortunately, this kit itself, they give a lot of spare parts, so you don't have to worry if you you lose 1 piece or 2 piece. Especially they even thought about the smaller pieces. So the smaller pieces actually comes in 2s, so you could lose 1 and you could actually get, they will definitely give you a replacement. It's actually inside the runners itself. Yeah, and just in terms of what I think about the total portion of this, it came with a base, which is good. It came with water slide decal, which is sufficient. I had some qualms about the water slide decal because it wasn't enough for the kit, and also because the water slide decals were very minimum, because normally when you buy a third-party kit, they'll give you like a big sheet of water slide decals for you to like just stick it on there and make it as even more detailed as possible. So that's one of the things that I thought they shouldn't skim on that. Yeah, and in terms of beam sabers, you will have this much beam sabers. There's about 4 in total here. I thought I'll just leave it as it is because it's really cool. I didn't want to paint it over. So this actually fits into the beam saber itself, so it gives you additional weapons for you to hold. This part is actually from this part here, and this part is from this part here. Yeah, so I thought it was kind of cool that you can actually detach it and slot it in with the beam saber. So it's kind of cool. Another thing I thought it was cool, so they actually gave additional refin, while my customer prefers the standard kind of Gundam refin. So this is actually kind of cool as well. So yeah, The only thing that I have an issue with was the hands. Now the hands is built the hands are actually built slightly different. Okay, as you can see, the thumb is actually taken off like this. So with that, I realized while posing this kit, it tends to drop, especially the thumb. So yeah, I thought it was a very it wasn't that great of a design, but they do give you tons of hands and for you to actually play around with. So this is also good. I like hands that come separately, because if you accidentally break one of the hands, especially like the Sinanju hands, then that's it for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So hands was a downfall. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hands was the thumbs was actually the downfall of the kit. I thought they could have done it better. They could have given another hand that can actually really hold the scythe, I was to call it. Yeah, so this is the build process. Let's go into the articulation next. Okay guys, so next up is the articulation. Okay, I'm going to just start from head all the way to the bottom. This kit, you guys need to know that it's actually an inner frame. The inner frame is actually a metal build, so they put metal parts into the inner frame. The inner frame is not everywhere, but when I was building it, the only part that's the inner frame is actually here, the body, and this part here for it's at the thigh there. So what it does is it actually helps balance the kit accordingly. Yeah, so which I thought was good, but some parts of it you can actually take it out, like from the knee all the way to the ankle. You can actually take that part out. Just be careful, it might break, because there's a lot of packs inside there. So just be careful about it when you're taking it apart to spray. Okay, so the head moves pretty well after fixing it. You know, it gets to move from left to right, okay, up down, all good. Hands wise, shoulder pads, it rotates accordingly, 360 all the way back, right? The hands as well, up down. The good thing about this part here is that it's able to actually move, so it gives more flexibility in terms of posing, holding the kit, holding the sword as well. Sorry, the scythe itself. Okay. In terms of the hands, I did mention about the hands just now. It's pretty dumb in terms of the thumb wise, because it always falls apart. But that's it. This portion of the hand can actually hold the scythe itself fully, so that's a plus point, which I thought was really good. Now moving on to the body itself, you can actually do a really strong ab crunch at the bottom. You see, then from side to side as well. So it's really good. The good thing about this also, the skirting, I call it skirting, the side skirting can actually move up and down, can actually rotate. So what it does is it gives more poses like kicking up like this. You can actually pose the kick really well. And moving on to the knee, you can go all the way to the back, see how much it pulls up. Whoa, look at that, awesome. Okay, and then the ankle wise, you can rotate left to right, but not fully, so there's a bit of downside. But I believe if you take this thing out a little bit, then you should be able to move and pose accordingly. Yep. So moving on to the back, this is his backpack. You can go up and down to attach the backpack itself, which I'll go into a bit. And the back skirting can actually go up. Okay, so just a little bit note here, this is where you attach the base. Okay, right. Okay, so I think the kit itself has great articulation. Okay, and because of the metal weight, it actually is so much easier to balance the kit out. So whenever you're doing your poses and all, it's really a breeze. Now the downside to this is actually the backpack. This kit by itself is solid, but adding this this monstrosity of a backpack does weigh the kit down a little bit. So hence that's why they actually gave the base for you to do great poses. But that said, by itself, inserting this together is actually able to balance to some extent, but you will need some time to pose it accordingly. Now moving to the backpack, apparently this is supposed to be an awesome big cannon where you can actually rotate it. So you could rotate it up and down like this. Okay. Then if you switch it behind, turn it this way, then it becomes the cannon itself. Okay. Here. Now the thing about the backpack is that it's so detailed that it's off the roof. Just unfortunately it's the backpack. I mean, you know, so when you pose it, most probably not going to show the backpack, right? But yeah, so overall the articulation of this backpack also is good, I would say. You can move it up and down. You could change it to a cannon, then it could be a side wing. Believe this is the thrusters. Now if you turn behind, you can see how detailed it is. So it's a lot of separation parts here, which you can also change the color with. Yeah, so yeah guys, that's it. Oh wait, so you forgot to talk about the base. Now this is the base itself. Now this base is relatively difficult to actually pose it, because you only have one of this. So like your normal Bandai base, it has multiple holes for you to actually move it around. Unfortunately this doesn't. Okay, so if I were to move it, this is all you have. Yeah, this is all you have. Of course this one can be extended out, so you can actually pose it in a way where it's coming at you. Yeah. So yeah guys, so this is it for the articulation. I want to keep the video short, so I'm not going to talk so much about it. But yeah, it's a great kit. I think I would rate the articulation about 8.5 to 10. Yeah. Point number 3 guys, overall package of this kit. Now this is the box art. To have a look at it, I think it's cool with the design and all. It comes with the base, it comes with beam saber effects, so you can just slide in like this. Tons of spare parts, but you can definitely use it to customize other kits as well. Like I mentioned, it comes with additional parts, so for those tiny pieces that you miss out, they actually give extra, which is a plus point. Articulation is off the roof. Awesome beam cannons right here. What else? The scythe itself is amazing. You can actually detach that and all. So with that, this kit actually costs about 80 USD. So in Malaysia is about like 350. You can get it cheaper if you go to the groups and all. If you go on the Gundam groups, I think they're selling it about like 300 at the best price you can get. One more thing I forgot. This kit, I heard is they already stopped the production. So if you really do love the design, you don't care about where it came from, it's not Bandai, by all means guys, just go ahead and get it. I think it's worth the money. So like a Sazabi Volca costs you about the same price as well, so you might as well get this, which has an inner frame built in metal. So yeah, so overall this kit 8.8 over 10. Highly recommended it. Do paint it if you do customize, if you do have an airbrush. Go wild with the colors, and yeah, that's it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like. I'm more on my Instagram, so do follow me at Gunpla, and I will see you next time. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ja, mata ne.